All right, how's it going, guys? And today we're gonna do the character tier list for Final Fantasy. And as you guys all know, if you've been watching my streams and if you've been watching our channel in general, we have finished Shadowbringers. We have finished the entire story. And so I feel like now we can actually talk about this. We can talk about the best characters and my least favorite characters. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and change this to F. There will be no D. There will be, if you're at the bottom of the list, that means you're just a no-go for me. All right, so we're starting off with Biggs, and in my honest opinion, Biggs enters the F tier. Seven hells of awful. I don't really know if this guy's gonna get any kind of more development. I don't feel like they would work on him. He's just not an interesting character. He's just kind of there to help out with Sid, to help out with other stuff. Um, yeah, not very interesting. I think he fits in the F tier. La Brea is, I would say, amazing. La Brea was such an amazing character. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna put this guy in God tier. La Brea was literally one of the most interesting villains to ever exist in Final Fantasy. You play against him through ARR. You constantly wonder who's behind the mask and all that. And he's basically like, he's such an important villain. And then what happens to him at Heaven's Ward was so definitive, like, end to his character. He was just great, man. I have nothing bad to say about him. I think he's literally God tier. He's just an excellent villain, excellently well developed, and the whole mystery behind Asians that you go through in your journey throughout the whole time. He's behind that whole plot. When I finally discovered he's Thancred, and then later on understanding that the Asians possess and take over vessels and stuff like that, then it started making more sense. So I think La Habrea easily one of the best characters in the whole game. I'll definitely put him up there. Gosetsu, I will honestly put this on amazing. I wouldn't put him here because I don't think he fits in this tier. But honestly, he was good. Honestly, he was good, and his development was nice. I think as a character, what he went through in Doma, and us thinking that he was gonna die, and how he actually didn't kill Yotsuyu. He actually helped her, and then Yotsuyu turned out to what she turned out to be after that. And yeah, I think Gosatsu is definitely like a really good character that wouldn't be put lower than A. Um, and he's very caring, and he's also an old badass. I mean, it's just that simple. He's great. I hope we see him in Endwalker because he's fucking great. He was great in Stormblood. I would love to see more Gosetsu. Now I don't know if this guy is the brother or who. Where's Emmanuelian? Let me find Emmanuelian because I'm not sure who this guy is. If it's the brother, let me see. Okay, the dad, the brother. Yeah, I think Emelian is the other one. I just can't find him. Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead and assume that this is his brother. Emelian's brother is okay. I wouldn't say he's interesting, but I wouldn't say he was boring. I think he was good in Heaven's Ward. I wouldn't put him below B because he doesn't actually need work. I feel like he's just okay. Um, But yeah, I think he would need maybe some extra development, but I feel like that's not the kind of character they want to focus on. So that's why I'm going to put him here as he's pretty much a heavy side character, but he's okay with the amount of time that we've seen him. He's okay. Now the dad, however, is amazing. The dad is actually cool. He's the one that we first meet in Heaven's Ward. He's one of the first characters we actually meet. He introduces us to his sons. He invites us to his house. He helps us get settled. And on top of all that, he was writing that book. And like in general, he was such a great character. And he still is. And I just feel like he sees like what happened to Horchathon, for example, and how he fell to his knees after that information, knowing that Horchathon protected me to sacrifice himself. like it shows you what kind of dad he is and how he went through with all that. So he's awesome. I love the dad. I think he's absolutely A tier. Gaius, without a question, one of the best characters in the whole game. Gaius is an easy, literally god tier. Okay, this guy is literally the one of the best characters in the whole game, and I'm actually gonna put him up in front of La Habrea. There is nothing bad about Gaius's character in terms of writing. He's perfect. And then you play through the blue quest or the weapons blue quest, and when I did that, you get to see his backstory. You get to find out more about him. He's proclaimed to be as a villain. We see him as a villain in the beginning in ARR, but he spits a lot of facts. He spits a lot of truth. He's not bullshitting. Like he says it how it is. He tells you straight up, like, the primals are a problem. You Eorzeans, you don't know how to deal with this shit. You're all zero head. And then that's the thing about Gaius is that he has like an insight on things that he understands better than others. Um, and I really like his character. And the fact that he's now Shadow Hunter and like he's with us now as part of like allies and how he's working with Estinian, like he's great. I have nothing bad to say about him. That's an easy literal god tier. Literally so easy. Um, his development is one of the best, by the way. The fact that he started off, we know him as a villain, and then he comes back in Shadowbringers. Literally, how many expansions to find out that he's actually alive and well? And the way they took his character direction is one of the best things I've ever seen. He's perfect. I would say he is the perfect villain. You know, he's actually one of my top five characters in the whole game, by the way. I can talk about that after. I'll talk about it in the end, my top five characters. I already have them listed in my head. So that guy is easy. Oh man, I hate this guy so much. I hate him so much that he's literally perfect. He's such a dick, but that's why he's a good character. He's excellent. What he's done to Yotsuyu and all the fucking twisted shit, and the fact that his vessel is now being used to represent the last Ascian we see, I think it's perfect. I think like representing him as the vessel is perfect, and it fits Fandelion's character now because Fandelion's fucked. I mean, he literally told us he wants to die. He wants to destroy the whole world, the calamity to end all calamities, and boom, Asahi, you don't fuck with this guy. Like he's really fucked in the head, and what he's done is just crazy. It's just nice to see a villain that's just so pure raw evil because a lot of the characters in Final Fantasy, their villains make sense, their motives make sense, and they have a shard of humanity in them in there somewhere. Like Gaius, for example, is definitely a good example for him. Um, Even Laha Brea and the Ascians, they have a glimmer of like humanity to some extent. You guys know what I mean? Like they have a sense of like, oh shit, like took our world, now we're gonna take your entire world and then bring the rejoining. But they have a reason why they do that. There's motives. This guy, he's just a fucking dick. He's just a dick. He doesn't give a shit about any of those other things. He's just gonna walk up to you, spit on your face, and laugh and give you that creepy smile. He doesn't care. And on top of that, he's a bully asshole. So I think he's a great character. He's literally one of the best, actually. The game needed someone like that, and I'm glad we have him. To be honest, he's great. So definitely literal god tier. Oh man, I love, I love him. I'm gonna put him in god tier. He's not just amazing. I think he's literally one like at the end of god tier, I would say. He's just nice. He doesn't talk. He doesn't have to talk. And at the end of the Omega raids, it was sad watching him run in space. He also tried to free us when we got captured. I don't think there's anything wrong with him, and I would just put him there. Yeah. He needs more maybe exposure, but the whole story in Stormblood raids were so nice. It was cute, and I think he's a cool character. Um, which I hope we see more of maybe in the future. Um, but the Stormblood raids were good, so I definitely put him there. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Emmett Selk. I will put him in front of Gaius, Asahi, Lahabrea, everyone. Emmett Selk is the single best villain in the entire game. Not only do we go through so much backstory with him, he's the only Asian that I feel didn't bullshit us. He told us straight up what he thinks, what he believes in. He gave us the whole backstory of the ancient ones. He showed us Amarat. He showed us everything that happened to the ancient ones. He was great, and when he died, he accepted it. He just took off his hoodie and he smiled at us, saying, "Yep, remember us. Remember that we once existed." What he was saying, like that they were part of the world, part of the whole rejoining thing was he wants it to go back to that way, but the fact is he's so well written due to the fact that you can relate with him to some extent. He's literally been alive for fucking years. He's immortal. He's an Asian, and he's unsundered. So his soul didn't split. He's like one of the main top dudes of the Asians. He's a crucial character. His story was amazing in Shadowbringers. He was introduced in one expansion, and he's easily one of the best characters in the whole game. He's in my top 5, by the way. Yeah, he's fucking beast. I'll put him all the way at the front. I'll put yeah, I'll put La Habrea here. La Habrea was good, but I think I like Gaius and him more than La Habrea. Okay, Emmett Selk, easy peasy. Alize is good, but I wouldn't put her in God tier. I like Alize. She has a strong heart to do what's right, and she's also funny, and she has some mood. I'll put her in front of Gosetsu for sure, and she's one of the Scions, so she's important. I'll definitely put Alize here. Very, very important character in the story. And the way she interacts with Alphanu is perfect. Like they have such an awesome uh, relationship. That's why I'm gonna put Alphanu and Alize here as well. Now here comes the debate. Which one's better, Alphanu or Alize? Who do we put in front? Who's the better character? Um, Honestly, guys, I have to say Alphanu. Um, The only reason I say that, by the way, is because he has such a different heart compared to every other fucking character ever. Like, Alphinaud tells you straight up, even if you tell him you can't do something, he's gonna keep pushing himself to do that, to show that yes, he can do it. There's so many moments like this, and also he blames himself a lot. I think, which is what makes him so great, is that not only does he blame himself a lot for mistakes and stuff, but sometimes it's not even his fucking fault, and he continues to blame himself about it. He's so humble, okay, and he's a character that we need in this game because every other character keeps saying shit like, "Oh, but you can't save the world. You can't do this. You can't do that. Just give up." Just give up. And even if all seems hopeless, Alphanus always finds a solution, always finds a way. And not to mention, I love his relationship with Estinian. I love the interactions they have. And at the end of Shadowbringers, like he's like a bro to him, and I love that. And Alphen is just great. Alize is more on the funny side, I feel. Alphen is funny still when he fucking just keeps getting beat up by Alize for random stuff. But they're together, I think they're perfect together. Um, Obviously, because when they are both on the screen, there's always funny moments happening and stuff like that. So I love it. Alize is great as well. In fact, she becomes Red Mage and she says funny shit as well, like, please heal me if I go in because I'm about to do stupid stuff or something along those lines in that one Shadowbringers dungeon. I love that. It's just so funny. It's like the typical DPS shit, and she just goes in, doesn't care, and that's why you have Alphanu there to back her up. So yeah, the twins definitely on amazing. Arbert's an easy one, dude. Literally got here. The fact is, you find later that he's your other soul, and that you were sundered in the when the world was whole and there was no 13 shards, then you later find out that you were actually sundered and he's your other half. That was one of the most badass fucking moments ever. And the fact is, he stands right there next to you and he says, like, straight up, he tells you, if you could walk one more step, would you do it? And then you respond to him, all by myself. He puts down his axe, you use his axe, he helps you beat up Emmett Selk. He's great. And I think his story is amazing. The fact that you meet him very early on, in Heaven's Ward, you meet him very early on, and the whole deal with Menphilia, why Menphilia let him live, and he was ready to sacrifice himself. He was ready to die. He was just telling you straight up, like, this is my sacrifice to make. Why are you not letting me die? Like, I want this to end. And then she had him roaming endlessly, and he didn't even know what his purpose was. And the cool thing is, we as the player, we're the only ones that can actually see Artbert, um, like straight up, and that already has such a significant connection with him. Also, when we go in the Tempest, that discussion we have with the um forgot their name, the big giant dudes with the hoodies. I've completely the ancient ones. When he talks to us and tells you, like, hints at you, like, I can see a connection between you two. I can see something, and that's just badass. I love it. Yeah, he's I'm gonna put him right behind Emmett Selk because I think he's absolutely amazing. So he enters the God tier list for sure. Uh, I don't know. He's okay. I mean, he's not very interesting. I mean, he's cool, and Alphanu shows a lot of compassion to him as well. Tries to help him out, and Alphanu feels sad um, when Arbert was injured and he lost his leg pretty much. He's now a cripple. So I would say they're okay, but I am sure that an Endwalker, he's gonna be up here. They're gonna develop. I need to sneeze, by the way. Oh, fucking dick. All right. Yeah, I think he's okay. But an Endwalker, I think they'll expand on his character. I'll definitely put him over this guy. I think they'll expand his character. He'll be up here, and he's gonna be cool. He's a cripple now. There must be something he can do now. Like he has to be like they're gonna wisen him up or something. I don't know. But right now he's okay. He's not bad, but he's not great. Amaric is honestly, I would say, oh man, I don't know about him. Like he's interesting, but honestly, I really don't know, man. He's okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna put him on amazing because I actually don't think he's amazing. Like he's okay. He's good. I have nothing bad to say about him. He's great as a leader. He's now an Ishgardian leader. But then I recall the moment he had with Thordan and the talk, the discussion he had there. And you know what? Honestly, okay, never mind. You know what? He's actually amazing. You know why? Because he was the only fucking guy that literally wanted to stand up and say, we should make peace with the dragons. He literally got stabbed for it by some random dude. He wanted to make this work. He tried, and that hasn't happened in centuries. Like, the whole time there's the war with the dragons, and like nothing ever gets solved. Um, and he truly believes that something can be done. So I'm actually gonna put him right in front of Gosetsu and him and the father, and I'm just gonna put Amric here behind Alize and Alphino. Yeah, he's great. He's actually, I would say he's actually good. I mean, literally, he took. Not only did he get stabbed for believing what he thinks is right, but we did end up literally saving the whole shit going on in Ishgard, and the dragons are now with us, and you got Nidhogg. He had to go race Valgar. Like, we made it happen. And he was, if it wasn't for him, and if it wasn't for his uh, not only cooperation, but his determination and will to make this shit work and see it work, I don't think we could have done it very, very easily. Um, but then again, we didn't even tell him where Estinian was gonna go, right? If I remember, Me, Estinian, Alphanu, and Yzael, we went on a journey, but we never told Amaric what journey we're going on, because we weren't sure. But later on, he fucking steps up and tells you like, yeah, we should have peace with the dragons, and he literally walks up to King Thornton, Archbishop, and tells him straight up everything. And Archbishop spits some facts, which comes to my next point. I'm going to talk about Archbishop right now. By the way, he's a fucking good character. Like, he's so good. That's why I'm going to put him here. I'm going to put him here. He was good. Not only did he spit so many facts based on his perspective and his side, you can understand his side. He's not necessarily evil. And he even fucking straight up went and fought against the Ascian. He helped us kill that Ascian, but at the same time, uh, he said, "I become that which you abhor," right? And when he had to die, he had to go. He got too greedy with his power, and he basically thought he was a god. Um, but his character is extremely well written. I mean, seriously. And he spits a lot of facts. Like when he was talking with Amaric, uh, like Amaric and Archbishop were talking together, he spit so much facts like on his perspective. Obviously, I disagree with Archbishop, but he's not just some idiot with a long beard, just sitting on a throne scratching his ass. No, he really understands the history. He understands what actually happened. He understands everything, but he sticks with his values and stuff. Um, and straight up tells you, um, are we gonna seriously risk revealing the truth to the people? After all these centuries, like I can see his perspective very well. So I think he's God tier. Oh, you guys know him as Estinian. I know him as Estenine, dude. Estenine the Pogger. And what can I say, guys? Estenine is literally over Emmett Selk, over Arbert, over. He's the dude. He's one of the best characters in Final Fantasy, hands down. Not only is he a complete fucking badass, but you go through a journey with him. You go through this epic journey of exploring, uh, like his exploring his thoughts constantly through Heaven's Ward. He comes off as like angry and like he needs revenge, like his family and all that. He needs revenge. Nidhogg needs to die. Nidhogg needs to die. So what does he do? He has the the willpower to actually seek the truth, and he talks to Yzael, and he bonds with Yzael as the journey progresses, and that's really nice to see. Like he's trying to open up, and I think him and Alphinu are the best together. Him and Alphinu are the best together. Like, because what Alphinu did for Estinian developed his character so much, dude. Because Estinian constantly says shit like he's a realist. He understands the way of the world and all that. But he tells you, like, we need more people like Alphinu. We need more people that can have hope. And the whole theme of Shadowbringers is hope. Where there is people, there is hope. And Estinine becomes uh, understanding of that perspective. And I really like him, man. Like, I have nothing negative to say about him. He's literally one of the best characters in the whole game. And on top of that, he's a fucking badass. I mean, he's literally harnessing the power of a dragon, and he does some epic shit. He comes from the sky, launching down Nidhogg's powers, causing fucking mayhem and destruction. And on top of that, he tells Nidhogg that he can't control his hand. This is not your hand, worm. And he fucking fights that shit like a boss, takes control of himself. He's so alpha. Yeah, literally one of the best characters in the whole game, easily. So I want to see him more in Endwalker. For sure, we will see more of him in Endwalker. He's literally in the cinematic. And I think they're going to develop more on him with Alphanu. Maybe even Alizé. Alizé is funny with S9 as well. They're funny. And I think that These three will be together a lot. Alphanu, Alizé, and S9. Yeah, I can talk so much about S9, man. But just for the sake of this video not being too long, man, I just love him. He stands up for Alphanu when Ferdola talks smack and pushes him. Like, S9 is really the kind of guy you want to have around. And what's cool about him is he doesn't try to fit in. He most of the time he doesn't even want to be discovered. He kind of just likes to sit in the back and just watch things happen. He's not very it's not his style to be like in a social group, but he sees something in the Scions and then he ends up joining. Um, but he likes to do stuff alone, and I really admire him a lot. Like he's such a cool character, and honestly, God tier, easy, easy, easy one for him. Okay, Sid, they're okay. I mean, he's alright. He's better than Arnival, that's for sure. He's okay. He's in the raids. He does his thing. He has the Enterprise. I love his story, by the way. How the shit goes down with um, with the dad and everything, and the Alliance Stormblood raids. You can kind of see like visions of his past when he was younger and he didn't have a beard. Honestly, he's great. I'd probably actually say he's here actually over the father. I think I like Gosetsu more personally than Sid. But yeah, I'll put Sid here. He's alright, but he's at the bottom of amazing. I wouldn't put him. I don't think I'll put him on B. Like he's a pretty cool character, so I'd put him there. She was good, man. She was good. I have nothing bad. I think she was amazing. Like when we entered that area and talking with her and with the whole three clans or whatever, she's well spoken, soft spoken. She needs more development though, so maybe I shouldn't put her here. But I think I'll put her over this guy. I'll put her in the middle. She was great. She was a good character. I have nothing bad to say about her, but she needs more development and more screen time, and we need to see more of her. That's for sure. But yeah, overall, she's okay. Oof, Y'shtola's an easy god tier, like without a doubt, but I wouldn't actually put her over Ardbert, Emmett Selk, or Estenine, and I'll explain why. All right, I know she's a like very loved character, and I agree, she's fucking awesome. But I just can't put her over Ardbert. Dude, Ardbert was so great in Shadowbringers. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. I grew such a big connection with Ardbert. Like, I love him, dude. Y'shtola's really awesome though because she's sassy sometimes and she's also real. Like when she talks to Morwib about the primal summoning and all that shit, she tells it straight up to Morwib like, you gotta handle this problem one way or another. We need to handle this problem with the primals. We need to make peace with the like. She wants to make peace with the tribesmen. She wants this to happen, and she has really like when she sets her mind onto something, she goes for it, and she doesn't back down. She doesn't even have to get angry. She doesn't have to get sad. She doesn't have to do shit. She just walks in, smiles, and that's it. If you're not gonna, if like it's like in the Endwalker cinematic trailer when the Alphanu's dad is there, she just walks up, tells him, "Okay, do what you must. Whatever. You're not gonna help us, okay? But we Scions, we fight on until our last breath, until the heavens fall." And she walks in, slaps the stick down, and walks away like, "Hey, you just a bitch. We fight." Like she doesn't care. If you're not gonna help or whatever, tough shit. Don't care. She can probably do it on her own anyway. So I put her here for sure. I'm kidding. She won't be able to do shit on her own. None of us can do anything on our own. Not even the Warrior of Light. I mean, in Shadowbringers Ending, that's even more more of proof of that. Literally in Shadowbringers Ending, when you're literally spitting out white shit and you're basically dying, and then Arbert fucking shows up and literally saves the day. So he's the real hero of the story. I love Arbert. Y'shtola is definitely God tier though. I wouldn't put her over Arbert. I wouldn't put her over Emmett Selk. Not even Estinian. Not a chance. This is my list right here. I actually like her. I'll put her on amazing. She's sorry, but she's cooler than Sid. She has more personality, I feel. I don't know. I like her. I think she was cool. I wouldn't put her below. And her how she treats Alphanu, I think, is cute, and that's really it. Honestly, like she's good. She's not a bad character, and overall, 100%, 100%, one of the best side characters for sure. Elitabus is easy god tier. I'd put him right over Asahi, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I would put Elitabus. I wouldn't put him over Gaius. Yeah, Elitabus fits perfectly here in the middle. He's great. Maybe we should move Elitabus. Maybe we should move La Habrea. There we go. I'll put Thornton here. I like La Habrea more than Thornton, so I definitely want La Habrea here. Okay. Elitabus is sick. Later on in Shadowbringers, his ending is tragic. What he goes through is tragic, and it makes you feel for him, makes you understand his motives, and it's such depressing, the whole fucking story with the Asians and how he how you see his visions as well. And as you understand the whole story of the Asians, Emmett Selk explains it to you and everything, and then you see Emmett Selk's perspective really well. Sorry, I accidentally moved this. There we go. But yeah, he's awesome. Without a doubt, Elitabus is in God tier. Okay, fuck this guy. No question about it. He keeps calling me old boy. He's fucking annoying, and he's a pussy bitch. It's just a fact. He's a fucking dick, and he's so inexperienced. But that's why I'm gonna put him here. He needs work. You know why? Honestly, maybe it's just because I hate him so much. Maybe I wouldn't put him here. Here's the thing. His character actually does develop, though. So he doesn't actually need work. But I hate him. But just because I hate him doesn't mean I should put him here. Like, I hate Asahi, but I put him in God tier. Emelian, the thing is, when Thancred talks to him and puts his mind straight and tells him how this shit works, this guy makes the stupidest call ever of shooting, like, shoot him, and then they fucking shoot him. He's like, what the hell did you do? I didn't tell you to do that. I didn't tell you to do that. And he starts freaking out like a bitch. But then later on, Thancred mans him up in a way, punches him right in the face, and tells him, like, stop thinking what other people think about you and just do your thing. And Emelian actually does develop, and honestly, he's not that bad. Yeah, I'm gonna put him here. Honestly, I'm gonna put him over his brother. I actually find him, at least as a character, more interesting than his brother. No one likes someone who's like already fully developed and like he's okay, you know. But Emelian, you get to see his bad side and his worst moments, and then it elevates into him becoming more interesting. Man, he's actually cooler than Arnivald. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I'll actually put him here, dude. It's weird for me to say. I really don't like him. He keeps calling me old boy, and he's kind of a dick because of that. I know he doesn't say it in a mean way, but I hate him. And it's like a meme on our stream whenever, hey, old boy, old boy, old boy. So you know what? This guy, I'm going to put him on okay. Oh, Exarch is an absolute god tier. And again, I'm going to put him over Y'shtola. I'm sorry, Y'shtola fans. I know a lot of you guys would put Y'shtola here, but not me. Okay. Exarch is just so interesting. Like the fact that you later find out that he's Grahatia was one of the most fucking mind-blowing shit I've experienced in a video game. That was awesome. And then you later find out that the reason his hands all blue and stuff is because he's connected to the Crystal Tower and he's doing stuff with the Crystal Tower. He literally brought the Crystal Tower to the first world. If it wasn't for him, we literally would have fucking lost. I'm actually gonna put him over Ardbert, by the way. And he's a really important character. I'd put him here. He's just, dude, like, not only do you go through all that shit with him in the Alliance raids in ARR, but then later you actually see him again, go through all that shit, and he basically saved us. And then he tries so hard to get us to go in the first world to do all the shit that we had to do to save the first world, and then literally sacrifices his own body constantly to transport us back to Eorzea, back to the source. He's great. He's a great character. I think he's very wise. I love his outfit. I love his hoodie. I love his weapon. He is, I think, one of the most perfect characters in Final Fantasy, without a doubt. Um, all the shit that he goes through, he's very well knowledged, and I'm just happy that he's part of the Scions now, for sure. He's awesome. As for her, I'll put her in. I'll put her as amazing. I'll put her over Gosetsu, I think. Yeah, she was great. I love her Scottish accent. She's cool. I'll probably not put her over Gosetsu, actually. I'll put her here. She's good. She's not an okay category. She's all right, and she helps us through a lot in the first world. And I like her development. Yeah, she's good. I have nothing much to say really, other than she was great to have around, and I think she's an amazing character with a lot of personality. That's very important. That's actually the main reason I put her on amazing. Like, she's great. For Dola, I can't put her under B for sure. I think she's actually great. You know what? She's gonna pop off, bro. Fardola's gonna pop off. I'm putting her over Amric. Okay, Fardola is gonna be literally so interesting because remember that she was experimented on and she was willingly like ready to take on that experiment. She's gonna be huge in Endwalker. Something's gonna happen. She has this conflict with the Guardians, like I need to see the Guardians' true motives and all that. And she went through a lot in her childhood. She later got imprisoned and then helped us kill Lakshmiya, kill that primal that they summoned in Alamigo, and she's great. I wouldn't put her below amazing. I actually put her in uh, right behind Alize. They're gonna develop her. She's gonna see Zenos. Oh my God, Ferdola and Zenos when they see each other again, because shit happened in Stormblood, like because she was with him and stuff. So I wonder how Zenos is gonna take that. I mean, Zenos doesn't actually care about relations and stuff. I mean, he just wants the fight. He just wants the thrill, and he will do whatever. But it's going to be interesting to see how Ferdola interacts with Xenos. And, like, she was experimented on, so she's, like, powerful as fuck. So I will definitely put her here. Okay. The, they're okay. I mean, I'll put him over Emalian for sure. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't. I'd put him here. I mean, he makes your relics. How can you not like him? And he's in the Stormblood Alliance raids, and he's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna put him there. I don't know who this guy is, so I'm gonna skip him. I have no idea. Um, Beard Naked Dude. I don't think I've. It must be a side character or something. I've never seen him. Okay. Horchathon. Horchathon is amazing. I'd put him over for Dola, I think. He literally sacrifices himself for us, and that was a really, really big moment. And his dad, his dad's great, and how he falls down to his knees after realizing Horchathon is dead was so sad. And I really like Horchathon. I'll definitely put him here over for Dola. Not over Alize or Alphino for sure, though. But yeah, Horchathon was great. He lasted only for a bit in Heaven's Ward, but dude, man, did he fucking nail it for that amount of time that he's lasted. He nailed it. Like, he was a great character. And I think it was a fitting end for him as a knight to protect someone you like having around and you want to save that person. He's done his duty. So I like Horchathon. Hien. Hien is good, but he has literally no development in my opinion. That's why I'm gonna put him in okay. He doesn't have development. I don't know. I feel like he's cool. He is badass. He's very cool, but I just don't find him interesting. Um, I don't know. I don't find him interesting. I think let me resort some stuff here because I find Hien more interesting than Sid and the cat girl. So he needs more development. Okay, because I'm gonna be nice here, I can't put him over the fairy lady. He's definitely gonna be here. He's more important than everyone behind here. I'm gonna put him here, but he needs work. I think as a character, he needs a bit more development. I love the Stormblood story that went with him, but then it's like he was like almost forgotten after that. Even Yugiri was forgotten. I want to see more Yugiri, but honestly, I think they're still amazing. He's good. He's really good, and you play as him when you fight Zenos and Stormblood ending, and I really like that. And his story is awesome. The whole city of Doma, freeing Doma, then he goes in to fight. I just feel like he needs a bit more life in Endwalker or something. He will definitely be an Endwalker, so maybe they can develop on that. Um, Hilda, the machinist. I will put her on okay. Um, I'll actually put her. Yeah, she's okay. I mean, she's alright. She does stay, help us out, do what she can to help us out, and she's in the machinist job quest. I'm actually doing that right now, and she's cool. I like her story, and I think she's okay. Hildebrand, I can't rate him because I don't actually haven't never done the quest for him, but we'll sure do that later. Yotsuyu is an easy S tier. That's an easy God tier. I will actually put her. Let's see. I will put her right behind Gaius as one of my favorite characters. She's good. I think what she suffered through is crazy, and she like the fact that her parents like sold her out and no one gives a fuck about her is so sad and tragic. I feel like it's just sad what she went through and the fact that she had to go through it. She's a good character without a doubt. Yotsuyu was sick. Yotsuyu was really really good. And then it's just sad like when Gosetsu helps her and she comes back to normal and stuff and like well I guess not come back to normal, she forgot her memories and stuff. I kind of preferred it that way. She's nice actually, it's nice to see her when she forgot about all that shit, but when she gets her memories back, she goes back to her ways and yeah, and you see the tragic end for her story. But what's cool is she kills fucking Asahi and I love it. I'm definitely gonna put Asahi under Yotsuyu here in my favorite characters, cause fuck this dick. And that death for Asahi was so satisfying. The way she talks as well is so awesome, and her vape thing, like she tells him straight up, like I thought my hunger unsatiable, but now finally satisfied. Like finally I killed you, you dick. And I just love that moment. That was great. Okay, Connie Senna is amazing, I would say. She doesn't have downsides. I think she's plain okay. I'd put her over Heian. I'd put her over Gosetsu, I think, yeah. She's really good. She's a good character. I would put her there for sure, no doubt. Um, her development as a character was nice as well. Every time she hops in, I feel like she's useful, and she's a member of the Eorzean Alliance. Like she's useful. Um, but with that being said, I would never put her in God tier because all these characters are far more interesting. That's for sure. Creel. She needs work. I'll put her on C. She needs work. She's not a bad character, but she needs work, man. Like if she's a member of the Scions, I feel like she's useful. She has her moments. You know what? I'm gonna start moving people lower. I'm gonna move them down. I'm gonna move her here because I think she's more interesting than these two. Arnivald. Yeah, I'll put her over. I'll put her at the highest on B tier, but she does need work. As a character, she needs work. She needs more development. And I think they're gonna expand on that in Endwalker because you go to Sharlayan in Endwalker, and that's where she studied, right? So maybe we'll see more of that. But overall, she needs more development. Lola Rito is sick. I'm putting him in God tier. At the bottom of God tier, by the way. I'll put him over the bird. I think he's actually interesting. This might be an unpopular opinion, but I think he's actually really smart. He's a smart villain, and he in ARR ending, like when he points at uh when he points at Robon and tells him, "Oh, you're one of the Scions. You're one of the traitors," and he's great. I love his character. you love to hate him, like Joffrey, and then later on he shows that he actually saved the Sultana. I love his story. I think he's sick. I'm actually putting him in God tier at the bottom of it though. Um, but he's actually sick. Um, but with that being said, I probably wouldn't put him over Alpha and Alizé, so I'm actually not gonna do it. But I'll definitely put him here at least, right behind Amaric. I think he's more interesting than Connie Senna and the others below. Yeah, he's definitely more interesting than Hien. I'll put Lola Rito here. He's actually interesting. I was half close to putting him in God tier, but then I thought about Alpha and Alizé and like how can I put Alpha and Alizé here? But yeah, Alpha and Alizé are sick for sure. I might put the bird down as well because I don't think the bird's cooler than Alpha and Alizé. So I'm gonna move the bird over right behind Kane Senna, I think. Yeah, that works. Everyone here is definitely God tier. They're very, very interesting. Okay. Oh, he's good. He's great. I'll definitely put him as amazing. I'll put him like here. He was such an important character, man. I'll put him over Horchathon. I think their grandfather is an amazing character. And when we went through the Bahamut coils and we saw his story and the whole Calamity thing, yeah, he's awesome. And it actually developed Alfun and Alizé's character really well as well. So for sure. I like the Vieira girl. I think I'll put her in amazing. She's all right to have around, and it's sad when she cried when she saw Exarch running to the tower. And I like her bond with Exarch. I'll put her over for Dola. She's great. Oh, I love this guy. I actually love him. I'm gonna put him in. I'll put him in okay, just above Creel. Um, he needs more development and more time, but he's had funny moments too. I like him. He's sick. Matoya is awesome. I love Matoya. I'm gonna put her here under amazing, right before the grandpa. Actually, I'll put her over the grandpa. You know what? Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. You know what? I'm moving Alpha and Alizé over here, to be honest. I think they deserve it. The list is getting harder now. It is getting a little harder because God tier. Yeah, I'm just gonna put him in amazing. Let's just not make it in order. I'll just make it A equal amazing, not in order of stuff. I don't know, because now it's getting hard to place people because I really like Alpha and Alizé. Okay, Merle is sick. I like her. I think I'll put her next to Kane Senna because I think I like her. I like Kane Senna more than Merwhip, but she's a nice admiral, especially at the end of Shadowbringers when you see all that shit that she went through, especially. So that's a big one. Menphilia is okay. I don't know. She's not that interesting, to be honest. I'm sorry. But, like, they're okay. I mean, she gets interesting in Shadowbringers for sure. But I wouldn't put her on amazing. I think she's very B. The Bard. I mean, I'm not gonna put the Bard anyway. I'll just put on B. He's okay. Oh, Moonbrida is amazing. I'll put her over Hien over here. Moonbrida's sick. She sacrificed herself literally and died for us. And I think her existence will stay with you for the whole game. She was a very important character. Oh, I love Yugiri. Yugiri, in my opinion, is God tier. I'll put her um, just over Yotsuyu. Why? Because she's honestly badass. She comes to you right in the beginning of the story where she comes to the Vesper Bay as no one would take her. Okay, she comes in as a refugee. No one would take her. We took her in, and then she takes off her mask. We know who she is now, and then we follow her journey to Stormblood through Heaven's Ward. Her character was great. Like, and on top of that, she's a fucking ninja, so she's badass. I'll put her over Yotsuyu. I love Yugiri. She's definitely one of my favorite characters in the game, for sure. Okay, Nanamo, I'll put her God tier. I'll put her over Asahi. Yeah, I think Elitabus is more interesting, but I'll definitely put uh Nanamo here. I think her character growth is great, and when she drank that wine, I thought she died. I was actually upset. You can see my reaction of it on YouTube. She's a good character. Love her. I think she's great. Um, was pretty upset when I thought she died. Pretty crazy shit. Like her character a lot. I don't know who this cat girl is. I don't know Hildebrand very well, so I can't rate these. I'm gonna go ahead and put uh, hmm, Lucia. Lucia's good. She's amazing. I'll put her just below Hien. I think that's a good place for her. Um, and we get them find out that who her sister is, and I really like that. We find out who her sister is and all that. It was great. And then you later discover she's a Guardian, and it's really sick. Like to know that a Guardian's with you. So I'll definitely put her amazing. She's okay. Like there's nothing bad about her. She's a good character. Lee's, I'll put her in. You know what? Here's an unpopular opinion. I don't know. People don't like Lee's. I like her. I'm actually gonna put her like here or somewhere around here. Yeah, dude, Lee's is actually cool. Like, I'll put her above all these people. I'll put us here on amazing. She is actually badass. Um, Not only does she go through a lot of shit and the fact that she lost Alamigo, but later on, as you go through the story more, uh, she takes over Alamigo as the ruler, and you can see her vulnerabilities. You can see like the story of her sister, how she lost her sister. She had a lot of development in Stormblood, and then we never see her again. That would be, I think, the downside. But up to that point, she was an amazing character, and I think hopefully we'll develop more her character in Endwalker. But she's an important character. She's the ruler of Alamigo, and I think she was interesting. And I think when she took off the mask and finally revealed who she is, that she's not Yida and she's actually Lise, I like her. I think her character is interesting, personally, and I actually put her on amazing. Yep, that's my honest opinion. Oh, Papalimo. Papalimo was okay. Even though he died, he's still okay. I'll put him. He's definitely I'll top of B maybe. I like him more though. Yeah, I think this place fits him. He's okay. I'm sad that he died. Tough shit. Feels bad. Um, and then we never see him again. That's it. He's dead. It's just that I feel like he served his purpose as a student of the Alphina's grandfather. So, yeah, Papalimo, bye bye. Feels bad, man. Ooh. The son of Roban, I'll put him on okay. He needs more work. He definitely needs more work, I feel. Like, he's a good character, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't put him under B. I'll definitely put him over Papalimo, though. That's for sure. Oh, over him, too. Yeah, he's pretty badass. I'll put him, like, on right behind Menphilia. He's good, but we need more development for him. Ranjit is awesome. I'm gonna put him on A tier, right behind Lee's. Actually, I'll put him over Lee's. He's such a good villain, man. He was great, and when Thancred 1v1s him, like it was the most fucking epic battle, and then you take control of Thancred and you fight him. Like I really like his skills. I like his theme, and he's a badass. I'll put him on amazing. Good character overall. Oh, Roban. Roban is definitely amazing, I would say. I'll put him over Lee's. I think he's more interesting than Lee's. Um, but yeah, he goes in amazing. Roban is badass. He loses his arm. Literally, he had this talk with Nanamo of like if he's gonna return and help like work for her and stuff again. But Nanamo knows what Roban wants, and I love their relationship together. And Nanamo tells him like, no, stay in Alamigo. I know you want it. And then she starts crying, and he starts crying, and it was so emotional. And I like Roban. I'll put him over Ranjit actually. He's sick. Reen. Reen is definitely, I think, I'm not sure where to put Reen. I really like Reen. She's badass. And like her growth on as a character in Shadowrun was so good. I'm putting her in God tier. Like I'm doing it. I'm putting her right behind Elitabus because I think Elitabus is pretty interesting. Yeah, I'm putting Reen in God tier. She's great. She was a great character, honestly. Um, I liked having her around, and it also built up Thancred's character, and I love Thancred. So that was really important. Like she had to deal with the fact that like she's not the old Minfilia or whatever, or sorry, rather, she can't be as strong as the old Minfilia, and she had that running through her head. But then later she pops off, and now she has daggers and she does badass shit. And not to mention the Eden raids are awesome with her and Gaia, and they're friends together now and stuff. So I love that. I'm gonna move some cool characters up now. Oh, that's Omega, right? Mover, Yuanjie, Thancred. I'm gonna immediately talk about Thancred right now. Thancred is literal god tier, number one, best character in the whole game. He is single-handedly the best character in the entire game. Okay, Thancred not only has to go through all that shit that he did with losing Menphilia, but later on he had to. He literally, I thought he died so many times, and I was sad about that. But then he becomes Gunbreaker, and I literally jaw dropped, and I get to play as him. And as you all know, like from watching my streams, you know why I love him so much. Like his character is extremely well developed. I love his story. I love what he went through. Um, him losing Menphilia and how he dealt with it, how he's bearing with it, how he's constantly like trying to forget about the situation. Y'shtola even one time tells Thancred straight up, like Y'shtola tells him, like, I know you're still thinking about this, that. You need to forget. And then Thancred says, yeah, don't you think I'm dealing with that shit? And then he just leaves. So he's dealing with a lot, and I don't think people understand him like around him. They don't get like just how much it hurts to lose someone like Menphilia, who he's cared about for a very long time. And then seeing Reen kind of like a replica of Menphilia in a way, and he feels like now he can be a dad. He can, the dad cred, right? And he really looks after Reen, and like he finds his purpose in a way again because he was depressed in Heaven's Ward. I know for a fact he's depressed, but he covers it up really well. Like whenever he hears news about Menphilia, he's just upset and he just walks away. Also, the talk he had about Menphilia when uh after the fight against Ranjit, how he talks about Menphilia, and like it felt like his final words, you know. But he's great, definitely. Thancred, best character in the whole game. Gaius, I'm gonna put him here instead of this Gaius. Goodness, where is Gaius? Oh, oh no, he's not there. I'll just put Gaius here. Put the old Gaius because this is the Gaius that we know now. I'm putting him here. Zenos is an easy god tier. I'm gonna start speeding up the tier list here just a bit. I'm gonna put Zenos um, right over Ardbert. I think he's amazing character. Oof, Zenos is gonna be one of the best characters I think in Endwalker. I mean, he is to me one of the best villains, honestly. But I don't think he's cooler than Emmett Selk as a villain, but he's definitely interesting. So I'll put Zenos here for sure. His obsession with me and fighting me, how he literally, when he first showed himself and he showed what he's capable of, like I was shocked that he was able to do that. I didn't know he was that strong, and then you kind of get shocked that he's able to do this stuff. So I really like Zenos. Definitely here. Um, Yzale, I'm gonna go ahead and put Yzale on amazing, right under Roban. I think she's a good character, and I think the story you go with her and Estenine and Alphanu was really cool. And then you discover that Yzale, this is not the real Shiva she's harnessing the powers of, and she bonds with the dragons, finds out the truth, and she understands Estinian. Estinian understands her, and the relationship between Estenine and Yzale is really cool. So for sure, this guy is shit. I hate him. Wedge is just meh. I don't like him. I don't think he's an interesting character. Uh, Yeah, just like Wedge. Don't like him. Just that simple. Tataru, I really do like her. Uh I'd put her like in the middle of amazing. She's good. Um she's fun to have around as well. So, and she makes badass clothes for everyone. So it's sick. Omega was nice. I'm gonna put her on amazing. Nothing bad to talk about Omega. Her story is sick, and I like her. The raids were fucking sick too. Definitely putting her. Um, I'll put her on amazing, right over Sid. Actually, right over here, right over her. But I don't think she's more interesting than him. But she's sick. I like her character. I hope we see more of her. And she gives us really cool insight of like her area and stuff. So I really do like her. Um, Nero's the easy one, man. Nero's literally one of my favorite fucking characters ever. I'm putting him in God tier. Over Rain, over Elitabus, over Yotsuyu, over Yugiri. Yeah, just behind Gaius. Oh, this guy's in the wrong spot, by the way. Let me move him. Right there. There we go. Nero's sick. Nero's like one of the best fucking characters in the whole game. How he literally goes from like being envious of Sid into what he is now and literally joining us and helping us. He also like abandons the Guardians completely and like he's one of us. So I really like him. I think he should stay here in the God tier section, and hopefully we see more of him. I love him. Teledeji Adeleji was such a great villain. He's like one of the villains that I really fucking hated, like a lot. I'm gonna put him under amazing, right after Lola Rito. I think he's more interesting than Lola Rito because actually he's below Lola Rito. Lola Rito's the master behind it all. I'll put him behind Tataru. He's more interesting than Tataru actually. He was a good villain. I hated him so much in ARR, and what he did was truly, truly insane. Vothri is a great character, by the way. I'm gonna put him on OK. I'll put him over Minfilia because I think he was more interesting than Minfilia. Vothri was good. He was a good character in general and a good villain. I'll have to put him on OK. All these ones, I know him, of course. I'm gonna put him under OK as well, just over Vothri. We need to see more of him. We barely did. I mean, he's dead now, but for the time that he existed, he was actually cool. I think I'll put him over amazing, to be honest. I've changed my mind because he's actually kind of sick. I can't put Omega. I'll put her below a bit. I'll put her here. Yeah, I'm gonna put him here. He is actually cool. When he sits down, we have that long talk. You can see his insight on stuff, and then later he gets killed by Zenos. All these ones I'm gonna. Oh, Urange. Urange is a god tier in my opinion. I'm gonna put him over a lot of people actually. Let's see. I'm gonna put him right behind Yustola. Yeah, I'm gonna put him right behind Yustola. I think he's so awesome. Urange, like in Shadowbringers, is when I really started to like him. By the way, up in Shadowbringers, amazing character, good character development. Overall, solid, solid, solid. No complaints. Just overall solid, great character. Really funny with his. Sometimes you can meme his fucking the way he talks and stuff. Um, Provides a lot of insight. One time he knew that Emmett Selk wasn't really Emmett Selk and he used an illusion and he threw a card at him. He's the five head of the group, and I feel like without him, also keep in mind when he went through all that shit, he was the mastermind behind the plan of Minfilia being sent to the first world, and stopping the calamity. He plays such a big role there, so I really like him. The rest I'm not gonna rate. This one doesn't feel that important. I don't know her. I don't know her. I don't know her. I don't know him. And obviously Gaius, we already put him here. So this is it. This is my final list right here. This is my final list. Let's see. What can we change around? I probably wouldn't change anything here. Thancred, S9. Yep. I would keep that 100%. I will keep Alpha and Alize at the top of amazing. All these characters are under amazing. These guys are okay. These two need work. I mean, this needs work probably as well. I'm gonna move him down. Um, Creel, they're okay. Still needs a bit extra work, but we already know some stuff about her, but we could use more. But yeah, that's it. That's my list, guys. Thank you very much for watching. And there's my tier list for the best characters in Final Fantasy. Hope you guys enjoy the video.